Hello, my dear students. I am Priyanka Koiri, your science teacher, and the chapter that we are discussing is heredity and evolution. Okay, so in the last class, what we have learned is that the rules of inheritance of trait in case of single trait. Okay, so there we discussed what are the rules that governs the transmission of a single trait from parent to offspring. Then the next thing that we studied is in the F1 progeny all were tall. So that means in the last class we discussed about a cross between a tall pea plant and a short pea plant, and we found that all the progeny of the first generation were tall, and in the F2 progeny all were not tall, 1/4 of them were short. And we also studied that after self-pollinating the tall plants of first generation, the next generation, that is the second generation, in the second generation we found that all plants were not tall, 1/4 of them were short. Okay, and we studied about monohybrid cross. Monohybrid cross is a cross made between two plants of the same species considering only one character. Okay, so that is what we have discussed in the last class. In today's class, we are going to discuss the rules for the inheritance of trait in case of dual traits. That means in this case we are going to study about two traits, how two traits are transferred, or what are the rules that governs the inheritance of two traits from parents to offspring. Okay, so what will happen when two traits will be transferred? Okay, so for this also Mendel performed cross pollination, and as I've told you in the last class that pollination is a transfer of pollen grain, that is male gamete, from anther to stigma of the flower, and cross pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from one plant to another plant. Okay, so Mendel cross pollinated. So what did he cross pollinated is that he cross pollinated pea plants. Okay, pea plants only, but in this case he took pea plant which have round and green seeds and wrinkled and yellow seeds. Okay, so he took two pea plants. One was having round and green seeds, and the other one was having wrinkled and yellow seeds. Okay, so here we are denoting round as capital R and green as small y, and wrinkled as small r and yellow as y. Okay, so after cross pollinating them, what did he observe? So in the first generation he observed that all the plants that he obtained in the first generation were round and yellow. That means the seeds of all the plants of the first generation were round and yellow. So this is what he has done. He took round and green seed and he crossed with wrinkled and yellow, and he found in the F1 generation all were round and yellow. Now he performed self-pollination of the F1 generation, and here he found that there were 4 different types of gamete that were formed. Okay, so he self-pollinated the F1 plants and found that 4 different types of gametes were formed. So what are these gametes? So first the male cells that are known as sperm. So what did he found? That the first gamete was RY, capital R and capital Y. The next one was capital R and small y. The next one is small r capital Y, and the last one is your small r small y. Okay, so these are the 4 possible gametes that were formed from the male from the F1 plants. Okay, similarly for egg also, that is for the female cell, the 4 gametes were RY, capital R capital Y, then capital R small r capital Y, small r small y. So why did these 4 different types of gametes were formed is that the chromosomes, during gamete formation, the chromosomes segregated independently. Okay, so this was a very big achievement for Mendel, that he found that in the F1 generation, from the F1 generation, the gametes separated independently from one another. Okay, so now in the F2 progeny, all were not round and yellow. Okay, so this is what he has done. The like the sperms cell, that is a male cell, the 4 gametes were this, and from the egg he got this gametes. Okay, this 4 type of gametes. Okay, now in the F2 generation he found that the probable possibilities were, the first one is your capital R combines with capital R and capital Y combines with capital Y to form RRYY, and that is your round and yellow. The next one is also capital R, capital Y and small y, and it was also round and yellow. Similarly, the next one that he got was round and yellow, and the next one was also round and yellow. Then for this one also he got round and yellow. Then for this one he got capital R, small y, small y. So remember, small y we took for green, so that is why round and green he got, and round and yellow. So just like that he got different combination. Okay, different combination of seeds. Okay, so and why did this occur? This occurred because of the independent segregation of gametes. Okay, so this is what he got in the F2 generation. Okay, different combination of plants, somewhere round and yellow, somewhere round and green, somewhere wrinkled and yellow, and somewhere wrinkled and green. Okay, so in the F2 generation the phenotypic ratio was 9:3:3:1. So how did this occur, this 9:3:3:1? So let's count the number of round and yellow seeds. So if you will count, you will get that there are total 9 of them. 4 in the upper upper row, 2 in the second row, then 4 plus 2 6, then next 2 in the third row, and in the last row there is 1. So 4 6 7 8 9. So round and yellow there were 9 total. Then round and green were 3. So and wrinkled and yellow were 3, and wrinkled and green was 1. So that is why the ratio is 9:3:3:1. You have to remember this ratio. Now the next is your dihybrid cross. Okay, so a dihybrid cross is a cross between 2 types of plants of same species, considering only the transmission of 2 characters. So here, when 2 characters are studied in a cross, it is called dihybrid cross. For example, a cross between round and green seeded pea plant and a wrinkled and a yellow seeded pea plant, that is considering the seed shape and seed color of the plant, is a dihybrid cross. So in the experiment we took 2 characters, that is seed shape, that is whether it is round and wrinkled, and seed color, that whether it is green or yellow. So these 2 characters we studied, that is why it is called a dihybrid cross. Okay, now let us try to recall what we have studied. So we studied the rules for the inheritance of trait in case of 2 characters, and in the F1 progeny we found that all were round and yellow. Okay, and in the F2 generation we found the ratio was 9:3:3:1. Okay, so this ratio you have to remember. Okay, in the monohybrid case, in the monohybrid experiment we found the ratio as 3:1, but in F2 generation we found the ratio as 9:3:3:1. Okay, and we also discussed about dihybrid cross. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Thank you. See you in the next class.